Welcome to Bulldog Talk, a podcast presented by Celina Curriculum.
Good morning and welcome to a special edition of Bulldog Talk. My name is Jonathan Williams. I have with me Celina School's Curriculum Director, Mr. Vaughn Ray. Vaughn, good morning. It is summertime. It is actually, we'll call it mid to late July, and you haven't had your summer break yet, have you?
Just getting started with some of it, but didn't get a chance to start at the end of May there, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting started with it.
Well, good. Well, let's spend a little bit of time today for our Bulldog Talk to talk a little bit about reflection. Let's look back on the past year, and I think maybe a good spot would be to talk about is Bulldog Talk. Where did this come from?
I actually got this idea from a conference I attended back in December. I got to see a principal use this as a great tool to communicate with his staff and with the school community, and ultimately a big piece of it was just giving different people around the school community a microphone or a chance to let them tell their own story. And I thought, this would be a great thing to bring to Celina and to use with our staff and our community members.
So let's talk about a few of the Bulldog Talks. I know you used a couple of the highlights and programs that were going on within the district, and one of the ones that comes to mind right away, because I really learned a lot, was Esports. Let's talk about Esports.
It was great to have on Tess Watson and have her talk about her pilot year with Esports. One of the cool things that I really enjoyed about that particular podcast was we got to go inside the lab and we got to meet the students and get a chance for them to explain a little bit what happened or what they're working on. So that's something I definitely like to focus on, is not just what the teachers or what the advisors doing, but to actually hear about stuff from the kids. So to me, that was a unique thing that we were able to do there.
Well, it is unique, and again, I was not really aware of it, but so now year one is in the past. Next year, will we still have the program, and what will happen?
With Esports, I just happened to see a couple of advertisements that Tess put out on Facebook to promote the program and to get students interested. Esports has a fall season and a spring season, so we're looking to do both of those. Last year we could only do the spring season because Mrs. Watson had a baby in the fall, which their family's doing really well. But we're looking to do a fall and a spring season this next coming year.
And I know that senior led, there was some older students in there, so excited to kind of revamp and bring some new life in there and see where it goes this year. I haven't been practicing my gaming skills at home, but my younger son is telling me all about it.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to another season with it. We know we were kind of senior heavy, but we know we have some kids coming up through the pipeline that could really help us out. So if you're out there watching, younger viewers, know that there's an opportunity for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors and seniors to help out. Right now we just have a varsity team, but if our numbers increase, we'll possibly look to add a JV team as well.
So mom and dads, if you've been thinking all they do is play video games, they've been practicing is what they've been doing. They're working up to this moment right here.
Right, and there's definitely some scholarship opportunities out there for our students to where they can get to go to college for free.
Well, great. Well, that was a Bulldog Talk that we had shared earlier. One of the other ones that comes to mind was the mentorship program that you had talked with the individuals. So share a little bit about the mentorship program that we have.
With our Marshallese mentoring program, that's a program that we have Marshallese community members come in and mentor our high school students. It is a high school program. And they came in last year every Wednesday and met and had lunch, and we got to do a field trip to the Night Owl studio, and we're very grateful that Braylon Bader was able to take some time out of his day and help us with that opportunity. With that program, we're looking to do it again. We just got another donation or grant to do that program again. We've put a couple other applications out there to help us with some more funding situations, but definitely a growing program that we want to keep helping out that group.
So let's talk a little bit about not just the Marshallese mentorship program, but the onboarding process that you have in place now for students.
You mean as far as getting them into the program?
Well, actually, the newcomer program, the English language learner.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that, Jonathan. No, we do have a newcomer program for our Marshallese students at the intermediate building. Dawn Adams, our lead EL teacher, runs that program for us, and it's for grades 4 through 8. And students in that program are ones that come right from the islands or have some very limited English speaking skills. And what we look to do is to offer them, kind of the same subjects that all of our other students are taking, but they definitely get more of a small group, one-on-one, individualized sort of instruction to help them not only with the academic stuff, but also social and also some of the emotional things that can come with that they could encounter during the school day.
All right, well, thank you. Well, let's talk. Let's shift gears. Something that's been going on inside the classroom, not so much in the background, but we've shared videos over the summer as we reflected it earlier last year. Talk about the ACL. What is this ACL, and how does that work with part one that we finished?
It's always great to talk about assessment-capable learners.
There we go.
People often ask that question, but it's great to. We had a successful year last year. We got to implement phase one of that, and phase one dealt a lot with teachers taking time to design learning targets and success criteria. What do they want to do with their lessons, and how do we help students get to where they need to be? How do we get them to accomplish their goals, and how do they know whether or not they've been successful? Phase two is something we're going to look to do with some of our teachers this year as well.
All right. Well, let's talk again. Past reflection. A big thing for the Celina City School District this past year was the district award that was awarded in late December.
Yeah, we did get that outstanding district award back in December, and just like with a lot of things here in Celina, total team effort, admin, teachers, students, community members. Great award for us to come in for our past work with ACL and some of our district work with the district leadership team.
Okay, well, great. It is an honor to have that award, and I know it's nice to walk through every building and see those banners up there. Of course, I know that you kind of never sit on that. You're already working toward the next step and the next step and the next step. And I know you've been doing a lot of bit of work with the upcoming literacy series. So share about that.
Yeah, last year our ELA textbook committee had the opportunity to pick a new set of resources, which is Amplify, and that'll be a K through 8 series that we're going to implement with our staff. We also are going to bring in a new program with letters, and that's our theory behind what we're looking to do literacy-wise. So we have some new theory, and we have some new materials. And something that's really important to talk about with this is we're not abandoning all of our old strategies. We're not kicking things to the curb. We're going to honor the past and kind of move forward with some new research and new science that's going to help us with helping meet students where they are and helping them become better readers and ultimately get them to really be successful.
Well, one of the most recent Bulldog Talks we had was with the new literacy coaches. So why don't you share what they will do in the classroom and what they're working on right now for this next school year?
They've been doing a lot of professional development this summer. We are so blessed, so lucky to have our 4 ladies, Karen Sudoff, Sarah Van Tilburg, Christine Slater, and Laura Brandt are our literacy coaches, and they've been working behind the scenes with looking at different assessments that we're going to use, looking at some things we're going to do with our teacher-based teams and designing how those meetings will look and some of the work we're going to do with the boots on the ground. But a big part of that is of the training that they've received is how to be coaches. All 4 of them are coming out of the classroom, so it's going to be a transition from then to go from teacher to coach. And we've brought in a guru to help us, Sherry Kinzel from Ohio State University. We've brought her in to help us with helping them make that transition and helping them become coaches.
So as we near the end of July, August, it's going to be right here, that first day of school, not very far away. What is the plan for professional development with the staff and the district as we come forward to that first of the school year?
We have a lot of exciting professional development coming up for our teachers. We have some continuation of our Amplify training, which is our textbook resources. We also are going to have a day of training for our letters program where we'll have Margot Ship come in from the State Support Team 6. She'll come in and do that training for us. We're also looking to do some training with our 2 through 6 math teachers. We got a new series last year called Big Ideas, and so we're going to bring in some trainers to help with our teachers of showing them what's new and how to get them ready for the next school year. So those are just a couple of things that we have as far as some training and PD for our teachers.
It seems crazy that opening day of school is not that far away. Really, I consider it just a couple weeks away. Anything special for opening day?
Well, we'll have our traditional meeting in the auditorium at Celina High School, and it's always great to get our teachers back. I know last year we had to kind of sidestep and do a virtual but there's nothing like getting all of our staff together in the same room to hear a common message. So that day we have a special presentation by Kevin Honeycutt, and he's going to come talk with our staff about working with students who may have maybe not the best home life. And the goal of that is to help our teachers and to help our school community learn that, hey, some of our students, we need to be able to connect with them and relate to them, and in order to, get them to learn best. And they talk a lot about how, meeting kids where they are academically. We also need to meet their needs as a person. And so Kevin's going to come in and talk to us about ways that we can connect with all of our students.
Well, it certainly was a challenging year overall. We all know that just as challenging, or maybe not quite as challenging, but however you look at it, a lot happened this past year and a lot of things that we learned moving forward. Are there any key items that as you reflect on, that say this was something that happened, or we learned on, or we're going to do different, or we're going to build upon this past year?
I think an overwhelming thing that sticks out to me is just we have all these wonderful things happening in Celina, whether it's us picking materials or, having people come in. But a big thing is we can't do it alone. We talk a lot about relationships and partnerships that we have in the district and within the community. Nothing happens without the teamwork in those, all those meetings that we have. And it takes a village. You hear that a lot. But that's definitely a key to a lot of the success. But to talk more about some of the programs that we have coming up next school year, we have phase 2 of ACL, which is going to focus on providing students feedback on their success criteria, helping them write goals based off of that feedback, to where students can say, okay, here's where I need to go next, here's how I can get there. And a cool thing for this year that we're going to have, we formed a partnership with Dr. Nicole Law out of Indianapolis, a guru when it comes to feedback, goal setting, and building relationships. She's going to come in and work with our staff that's going to be doing ACL.
Well, Vaughn, I know that when you and I had early discussions about Bulldog Talk, it just kind of flew. And I think one of the coolest parts, at least that I love to stick around to watch the whole Bulldog Talk, is for the Bulldog Bark. You would challenge them or invite them to give a Bulldog Bark to someone out there in the district. And I want to do the same for you right now. So is there a Bulldog Bark you'd like to share for this episode?
Yeah, I'm going to cheat here, Jonathan, and pick two ladies in the district that really help me when it comes to reflecting and just offering the high quality programs that we're doing. The first one is Dawn Adams. She's our lead EL teacher. She's someone that always takes the bull by the horns, takes the initiative on things. She does a lot of work with our EL students. She runs our newcomer academy, and a huge part of our EL program success goes to Dawn. She is unbelievable. The other Bulldog Bark I'd like to give a shout out to is Tracy Danmeyer, our special ed director. Tracy and I work on a lot of projects together and do a lot of things behind the scenes and help facilitate a lot of the things that happen within the district. And again, Tracy's a great person that I can go in, and really a key thing that she helps me with is just personal reflection. Being able to go in and have some good conversations about what we do, what do we need to do next. And Tracy is always there to give me a good dose of reality and say, hey, Vaughn, we need to do this. But she has been unbelievable, and I can't thank her enough.
Well, Vaughn, it has been a great morning as we sit along the shores of Grand Lake St. Mary's.
Yes.
Get you out of the office for just a little bit. More Bulldog Barks to come, but thank you for your time this morning, and Bulldog Talk will continue.
All right, looking forward to providing you guys with more wonderful episodes.